Hey, what's up everybody? It's Azazel2012 back with you again, and I got a gameplay on Black Ops 1 on the jungle. Little CCR. Better run through the jungle. I can't stop playing this game. I've been having a whole lot of fun with it, and I've been saying that in every video that I've made here recently. The older CODs are entertaining me way more than Black Ops 2 right now. Actually, today, as of when I'm recording this, today was the first time I played Black Ops 2, probably in 2 weeks, and you know, it was fun. Played a few games and quit. That was enough. But I think this is like a 49-16 game domination here, so let's get right to it, guys. I've been wanting to share a little bit more about myself, you know, just kind of, what would people like to know about me? What are some things that people would be interested in knowing? And given that this thing that we do here, this YouTube thing, is a hobby, I figured I would explain some of my other hobbies. I mean, my hobbies growing up, my hobbies now, and fuck this sniper right here, fuck him. And I'd kind of, you know, get an idea of what kind of hobbies you guys have. More than anything, that's what I'm interested in. Kind of, you know, talking to other people, figuring out what it is that they actually enjoy doing, besides just watching my pieces of shit videos. Thank you guys for watching and everything, though. I'm probably going to put out one more video by the end of this week, if not the beginning of next week. However, may or may not. I've got a lot going on over the next couple of weeks. One of my friends is getting married in 2 weeks, so we have a bachelor party this weekend. And we are not doing the traditional bachelor party, you know, getting drunk and going to strip clubs. We're doing half of that. We are getting drunk, of course, because you have to. Duh. And we are going to be hanging out in a cabin in a lake in the middle of nowhere near Halloween. So I'm wearing my Jason mask and someone's getting murdered. Fuck them. So just a little casual commentary for you guys. Talk about my hobbies. You know, this is obviously one of my biggest hobbies right now. It's something new. I get bored and try to find new things to do, things to enjoy. But probably one of my favorite hobbies is reading and collecting books. Over the past few years, and I've always been a fan of reading. I was always a quiet kid in school growing up, so I read a lot. But now I enjoy buying books, collecting them, and just hoarding them like fucking Gollum hoards the precious. So I'm a huge fan of Stephen King. It's my favorite author. Actually, last weekend I bought 14 Stephen King books at a used bookstore. I spent like $60 on books. My girlfriend and I went in on it. I've had this new thing where I want to find as many first edition books as I possibly can, and I found a whole bunch of Stephen King books, just a ton of them. And also, I think in a couple of videos earlier on in my YouTube career, I made mention of another hobby of mine. This, you know, Stephen King leads into the horror movies and things. I'm a huge fan of horror movies and movies in general. I just love watching movies. I've always had an interest in movies, always liked watching movies as a kid. Whenever I would go to my grandmother's, I would rent movies every single weekend. It was one of the things that my mom and I did as a child. She was always go rent movies, usually shit that I was way too young to be watching. I remember being like 7 years old and watching incredibly brutal horror movies, and that has carried on in my life. I love horror movies to this day, huge fan of slasher movies, horror movies all together, and that's a big one. And something else that I do that revolves around that hobby, and I've made mention of this in my past videos before I digressed into the explanation. I have a podcast that I do with my friend. It's actually the guy who is going to be getting married, and then his best man, Philip. We review movies, but not in a traditional sense of, oh, this is a great movie, you should watch it. It's more like a roast of a movie. We usually find really terrible movies, and a lot of them tend to be horror movies, and we will roast the shit out of these movies. It's called Motion Picture Meltdown. If you have a Facebook, you can look it up. If you have iTunes, you can look it up that way. It's free, 100%, and I just farted. Get you some. So those are my biggest hobbies, movies and books, and video games, of course. I'm actually not as big of a gamer as I used to be. I used to play way more games than just Call of Duty, and now kind of gotten addicted to the whole first-person shooter thing, and I enjoy that a whole lot more. So those are my biggest hobbies. Those are the things that I enjoy doing the most, and I'm kind of interested in hearing what you guys really enjoy. I also do the whole spending time with the family. I enjoy doing that, and I like cooking and barbecuing. I even make my own barbecue sauce because I'm fat, and if you're gonna make something, make it right. Am I right? Am I right? So if you enjoyed this casual commentary, give it a like. You guys have a good night. It's been Azazel 2012. Thank you guys for watching.